Live streaming is on.
All right, so Shalom, Shalom, Israel. Shalom to the 12 tribes of YASHARAHLA, giving, of course, all honor and glory and praise unto the Most High, Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHWASHI, right? That's all praises to the Heavenly Father, right? Yahweh, in the name of His only begotten Son, YAHWASHI. All right, it's your brother YASHARAHLA
Brother Abaya.
Khan coming back with y'all with a video going into Jacob's trouble, all right? AKA the fifth seal, all right? So, all right, Khan, so let me just so if you want to kick it off, you can.
Con.
Come on.
So it's imperative that we should know what seal that we're living in right now. You got
Um,
some people saying we're in the third seal. You got some people saying we're in the sixth seal. You got some people saying we're already in the fifth seal. If you did not know, we're in the peak of the fourth seal. Right, we're in the
Con.
peak of the fourth seal. But the fifth seal is on the way, man. You can go to sleep in the fourth seal, wake up in the fifth seal. That's how close we are.
That's right.
Right. So this is Revelation chapter 6 and verse 9, and it reads, "And when he had opened the fifth seal, I saw under the altar the souls of them that were slain for the word of God and for the testimony which they held." So in this fifth
Um,
seal, all hell breaking loose. We're gonna have World War III kicking off. We're gonna have the saints going to persecution. We're gonna have heads getting beheaded for the testimony of the Most High. Right, all hell breaking loose. Jacob's trouble, if you will. Right. Let me get that real
um,
quick. Because that's what the fifth seal. That's basically what it is. Jacob's trouble. Right. That's another name for this Jeremiah chapter 30 and verse 7. And it reads, Salaki, verse 6. We can start at verse 6. I
Con.
see now, and see whether a man doth travail with child. Right? Wherefore do I see every man with his hands on his loins as a woman in travail. Right? So Jeremiah seeing this, kind of vision. He kind of see every man with his hands on his stomach like this, kind of scared, his face turning pale, right?
Mm-hmm.
As a woman in travail, and all faces are turned into paleness. Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. So on this earth, there's never a more dangerous time for Israelites on the earth until Jacob's trouble. That's going to be the worst time.
Mm-hmm.
70 AD, hey man, that was nothing. Nothing got anything on Jacob's trouble.
Con.
Come on.
That's right. And like to link up what the brother was saying, right? This is Matthew chapter 24, right? And there's a lot on what's going to happen and what is happening in Matthew the 24th chapter, right? But this is Matthew chapter 24 and verse 21. For then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, no, nor ever shall be. So, when Jacob's trouble happens, right? All pandemonium, right? How brothers say, all hell breaking loose, right? When that happens, hey, that's going to be the great tribulation, right? The greatest tribulation in history, all history, right? Even more than Noah's flood, right? Even more than that, it's going to be a great tribulation, right? Like how the brother was saying, it's going to be what it said. Yahweh said, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, no, nor ever shall be, right? So, meaning that what this is going to be the greatest tribulation, right? Everybody's going to be pale in the face, right? Except for the men and women of the Lord, right? That the Most High will preserve, all right? Con,
Come on. I have a precept. This is
con,
Daniel chapter 12, verse 1. And at that time shall Michael stand up. And who's Michael? That great archangel.
right?
Archangel, right? And at that
Con.
time shall Michael stand up, the great prince which
For the
standeth for the children of thy people. And there shall be a time of trouble. And what's that time of trouble? Jacob's trouble. Such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time. And at that time thy people shall be delivered, every one that shall be found read in the book. Right? So you got Michael the Archangel, all hell breaking loose. Everything, people getting their heads chopped off, getting put to death. You got people getting hung. All hell breaking loose for Jake. Getting shot in the streets and everything like that. Next thing you know, Michael the Archangel, he gonna stand up for us, man. He gonna stand up in the time of trouble. And then if you're not found read in the book of life, you're not gonna get delivered. But if you are, the chair's gonna beam you up at a time you think you're not gonna get delivered. Your head kind of in the guillotine, it's about to come down. Next thing you know, it kind of stopped. You getting beamed up. Everybody's beholding you, and right, you getting delivered, and then all the muscles hitting Babylon, man. Right, that's how it's gonna be in that day. The time you least expect it, that's when it's gonna happen. Doesn't it say that in Matthew? Right. Let me see if I can find it. Or you got it, Con. You got it.
Oh yeah, Khan, yeah. You know, at the time when people less suspected, right? Yahushua was likening in the book of Luke and in the book of Matthew, right? That what that when Yahushua comes back, when he comes back, it's going to be like the days of Noah, right? When they were just eating and drinking, right, and marrying and giving in marriage, right? Just like now, people just dwelling in folly, right? There was a literal wedding or marriage going on in
Con, so
yeah, Beirut, right? When that big explosion happened and all hell broke loose, nobody would have expected basically a damn explosion happening in their city, right? So, hey, that's just the Most High giving us a foreshadowing of how sudden the destruction is going to come, right? That the Jacob's trouble is going to kick off. You know, you Jakes that's lackadaisical, right? That just sits on your couch, right? You know, you're so comfortable, right? You're so comfortable in your the refuge of your home, right? And when all hell breaks loose, what are you gonna do, Jake? Right? What are you gonna do, right? Because they coming for your ass, right? They're gonna put you in the damn FEMA camps, right? You ain't gonna be able to pay 2K all day and eat Cheetos, right? And get Mountain Dew, right? Order a pizza, right? Hey, that's coming to an end, Jake, and we just got to say it, bro. Right? This is Isaiah chapter 59, but I want to expound on the point that the brother was bringing out. Right? This is Isaiah 59. I'm just start at verse 18. It says, "According to their deeds, accordingly, he will repay." You know, the Spirit's telling me to start at verse 17, so it's a lot. Right? Verse 17. For he put for he put on righteousness as a breastplate and an helmet of salvation upon his head. And he put on the garments of vengeance for clothing and was clad with zeal as a cloak. Right? So we have to make sure we have that breastplate of righteousness. Right? How Baruch says, basically a double garment of righteousness. Right? So we have to put on the whole armor of the Most High. Verse 18. According to their deeds, accordingly, he will repay. All right, let's say here. As fury to his adversaries, recompense to his enemies. To the islands will he pay recompense. So the day of the Lord's vengeance, right? The day of the Lord paying back about all the wicked deeds that's being done on the earth. That's coming, right? That's Jacob's trouble. Verse 19. So shall they fear the name of the Lord from the west, and his glory from the rising of the sun. When the enemy shall come in like a flood, the enemy's going to come in like a flood, man, breaking down houses. You seen the movies? They breaking down houses. Go, get your ass on the floor, right? Hey, Esau's going to be coming in like a flood. He's
yeah,
been
hit you
training
with
for
the,
this for you.
the
Yeah,
gun.
come, bust open the damn door, right? Shooting, every Israelite he can find, right? Hey, the scriptures tell us we can get that too in Second Ezra, that Esau is going to be like the a madman, sparing none, still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord. You know, the spirit of the Lord shall lift up a standard against him. So basically, the Lord is going to use his mighty men, right, to finally break down these damn heathen, right, through spiritual power also, right? But Khan, you got it, Salakia, right?
So the brother said, "Get this verse out and everything and get it." But again, I'm gonna touch on his point, man. Yeah, they're gonna come in like a flood, man.
Come in like a
You're
flood,
gonna have
man.
Jakes. You're gonna have some, smart Jakes. When they hear all hell breaking loose, the first thing they're gonna remember Psalms 50 verse 15. Then
Khan,
you're gonna have some, Israelites that don't know what's going on, right? They're gonna try to, kind of box with the what's it called, the people that come in their house and everything. Next thing you know, they got bullets in their chest, right? This is
Khan,
Second Esdras chapter 16, and we can start at verse 68. For behold, the burning wrath of a great multitude is kindled over you. And that great multitude is chiefly Esau, but these other nations too. Don't forget, all these other nations, every nation gonna hate you, right? Is kindled over you, and they shall take away certain of you, and feed you, being idle, with things offered to idols. So while you being idle, meaning while you being tied up, you kind of in a jail cell, you tied up. They kind of take the tape off your mouth, slap you a little. They're gonna try to feed you pork, right? That's a food offered to their idol, sacrificed to their idols. That's what they're gonna try to do. If you don't eat it, you might starve to death, but you still have keep that faith. Verse
Uh,
59. And they that consent unto them shall be had in derision and reproach and trodden underfoot. So if you consent, you kind of you say I'm not gonna take that pork. And at the last second, you take it, you eat, you get one bite, all hell breaking loose. You got your house shot coming back with 1,000 angels. You got pork in your mouth, all hell breaking loose, man. Then you get burnt up, right?
hey,
That's what it means to be consent unto them shall be had in derision and reproach and trodden underfoot. Another foe, you consent unto them, and they still kill you. And what you gonna do then? You in a spirit world getting judged, and then you're gonna get beamed back down, or not beamed. Your spirit gonna come back down in the
mm-hmm.
second coming. Then you're gonna get destroyed again, man. That's you don't want to have that lot. Don't have that lot, right? Lord willing, we don't have that lot, man. Right? But verse 71, no, verse 70, Salakia. For there shall be in every place and in the next cities a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord. And notice how it said in every place. Because you got some Israelites fleeing out of Babylon right now, fleeing out of
Mm-hmm.
America. That's
Like
off,
literally,
right?
come.
That's off, man. Right. And in the next cities, a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord. So a great uproar, right? Verse 71. They shall be like mad men, sparing none, but still
Mm.
spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord, right? For they shall waste and take away their goods and cast them out of their houses. And you're gonna be cast out your house because you don't have that. You probably don't have the chip or anything like that. You're not getting that one Esau system. They're gonna cast you out. They're gonna take your food, right? They're gonna kill some of you. They might kill your mother. You kind of run off to the woods. It's gonna be you and the Most High in those days. You and your Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, period. Con.
That's right. That's right. Just like how the brother was saying, and yeah, you got pork. If you got pork in your mouth when the Lord comes back, bro. Hey, this is Isaiah chapter 66, and I'm starting verse 15. It says, and this is the Israelite classic, bro. It says, "For behold, the Lord will come with fire, and with his chariots like a whirlwind, to render his anger with fury and his rebuke with flames of fire." Right. So we know that this is talking about Yahweh Shah, right? Yahweh Shah coming back, right? To what? To render his anger with fury, right? And it says what? For by fire and by his sword will the Lord plead with all flesh, and the slain of the Lord shall be many. Right? So he's going to be killing a lot of people after. So basically after the persecution, after the Jacob's trouble, right? Yahweh Shah is going to come with the thousands of heaven, right? To what? To save his elect, right? And to what? Destroy these nations. Verse 17. They that sanctify themselves and purify themselves in the gardens, behind one tree in the midst, eating swine's flesh. Right? See, Jake's saying that, hey, it doesn't matter, right? God made all food clean, right? Just pray over it, sanctified by the word.
I hate people like that, for real, man.
Hey, eat asking no questions for conscience sake. That damn Christmas dinner, that damn ham, bro.
Yeah.
Y'all cutting it up, right? Okay. Hey, he said eating swine flesh. Jake's might still eat pork during those days, man. During or not persecution, but well, obviously we're gonna abstain from that, right, Lord's will. But like these regular Jakes, right? You might find some damn what, you know, I don't even know, right? What has pork like? You might find some bacon, whatever, right? Oh, let
Bacon.
me let me eat that, right? He hasn't eaten in 6 hours. 6 hours,
Man.
right? God. Eating swine's flesh an abomination, and the mouse shall be consumed together, saith the Lord. Even you damn Moabites, man, you like eating the mouse. All right, we know that you feeding our people with the mouse, bro. All right, we already know that. Damn Moabites, right? All right, so Khan, you know,
Come on, man. Like the brother said, man, 6 hours, man. Even like 3 hours, 4 hours in, man. You gonna have Jake
yeah,
going stupid, man. They gonna go on lose. I'm hungry, blah blah blah. They might kill their brother for the last pork chop in the refrigerator, man. Because
mm-hmm.
all hell breaking loose. They got no food. It only been 4 hours. Remind you, four
4
hours,
hours.
and they're already going crazy, man. They're already going crazy. All the milk gone, all the Kool-Aid gone, all the water gone. They got nothing to drink anymore. They kind of going crazy, man. It only been 4 hours. That's how Jake gonna be in the world, man. When all hell breaks loose, right? So this Isaiah chapter 13, and verse 6. How are ye? Salaki, and one more thing. And as the brother say, he always say, Lord willing. That's what you have to say in these days. A lot
Khan,
of people, they say, and I always use this example, because a lot of people say, I can't wait for this day. I'm gonna make it.
mm,
Ain't nobody gonna make me denounce the most high. Hey, Peter said the same thing. And look what happened. He denounced him thrice. All right,
right,
thrice. And
right,
he was crying about that, man.
yeah,
Again,
yeah,
you never know what your law is. That's why you always say Lord willing
Lord
or
will,
Abba Ratazah, right?
yeah,
Right. So this Isaiah chapter 13 verse 6. How are ye? For the day of the Lord is at hand. So the day of the Lord is at hand, right? It shall come as a destruction from the Almighty. Therefore shall all hands be faint, and every man's heart shall melt. It's saying the same thing that Jeremiah chapter 30 and verse 6 said, right? Verse 8. And they
Khan,
shall be afraid. Pains and sorrow shall take hold of them. They shall be in pain as a woman that travaileth. They shall be amazed at Salakia, amazed one at another. Their faces shall be as flames. Right? Because why? Verse 9. Behold, the day of the Lord cometh, cruel both with wrath and fierce anger, to lay the land desolate, and he shall destroy the sinners thereof out of it. So all the sinners going to get put to death. If you're moving fearful in those days, you're not gonna make it. Because Hebrews 11 verse 6, it's impossible to please the Most High without faith. So you being fearful and everything like that, you're not gonna make it, right?
Khan,
Another thing, if you in this truth, you kind of you kind of just going through the motion. You're not really in the truth. You're just doing it just to do it. You're gonna get destroyed too, right? Because you over here smoking a blunt on the Sabbath day, right? So,
oh my God, Khan. Well, yeah, hey, treat the truth like it's some game, bro. See what happens.
you know,
All right, see what happens, bro.
you're gonna
You
get
know,
sifted out, man, quick.
Khan, you know, hey, you know, and like the brother was saying to bring out the scripture. This is James chapter 4, verse 15. It says, "For that ye ought to say." And who is this talking? This is James, all right, the brother of Yahushua. So we should put his words, esteem his words, put his words, on a pedestal, right? Because this is Yahushua's brother on earth, right? For that ye ought to say, if the Lord will, see that? Lord will, Lord's willing, the Yahweh Ratazah, we shall live and do this or that, right? So we ought to say, right? Now, that suggestion, we know that that suggestion is basically a commandment, right? Because let's go to Proverbs 7:27 and 1. It says, boast not thyself of tomorrow, for thou knowest not what a day may bring forth, right? Can't be like, I'm never going to denounce the Most High, right? Oh man, I'll never, right? And then you missing out a big part, brother, right? You're missing out a big part, all right? All right, Lord willing, Lord willing, because you never know what the Lord could do, you know, you never, or you could be like, oh man, I'm definitely not getting the kingdom, bro. I'm definitely not. Well, brother, you don't know, all right? You just don't know, right? So you always have to say, and out of pride and humility, right? We don't want to have pride, right? And that's right. You don't control tomorrow, you know. You don't control tomorrow. But yeah, Khan, and let me just bring out a precept real quick.
And you can bring out two real quick. Bring out two.
All right, Khan. This is Joel chapter 3 and verse 9. It says, "Proclaim me this among the Gentiles." So we're proclaiming this among the Gentiles, right? Amongst you other nations, right? And amongst our own people. It says, "Prepare war, wake up the mighty men, let all the men of war draw near, let them come up." So we're saying prepare war, because that's what's coming, right? The war on, or because let me get this in Revelation, right? All right, so there's many wars that's coming. Remember in Matthew chapter 24, Yahawah told us that when you shall hear of wars and rumors of wars, he said wars plural, right? So there's going to be many wars, right? Like the last war, the final battle in the land of Israel and World War III, right? Amongst these other nations, these various nations, these world powers. That's why it says that the powers of heaven shall be shaken, right? And the war on Israel, right? The persecution. And that's what we're touching on right now, Jacob's trouble, right? This is Revelation chapter 12, verse 17. And it says, "And the dragon was wroth with the woman." And who is the dragon? The dragon is Esau, all right? It doesn't have to say Esau, all right? We know that through parabolic and spiritual sense that this is talking about Esau, right? It says, "And the dragon was wroth with the woman and went to make war with the remnant of her seed," right? "Which keep the commandments of God and have the testimony of YAHAWASHI." So we keep the commandments, right, of the Most High, and we have the testimony of YAHAWASHI, right? And we already know that the testimony of YAHAWASHI is what? The spirit of prophecy, according to Revelation chapter 19 and verse 11. So what does that mean? Because we're prophesying against this wicked kingdom, as Jeremiah 28:8 says, right? We're prophesying against it, right? Ezekiel chapter 35. We're proclaiming the judgment that's coming to this place. Now they want to make war on us, right? They want to put us away, throw us in the FEMA camps, take our heads off, right? Kill us, right? And they're going to start doing that. All right, so we have to get ready, right? Because this is the time of Jacob's trouble, right? So, Khan, you got it.
What your brother was saying a few verses prior, the devil he's gonna come and he's gonna make war against you. And that's it's in the scripture. The Lord is not a man that he should lie. Right. So this Revelation chapter 12 and verse 12. And it reads, "Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time." Right? Because the Esau, they know they have this. The whole earth is their kingdom. Just look at it. All the way in the Middle East or in Europe, they own most of the lands. They run this thing, man. Right? Now they see their world crumbling and everything like that. They see all these plagues hitting them, and this is nothing yet. But they see everything, come into effect. They better come down with you with full wrath, with great wrath, killing you, persecuting you, killing your mother right in front of you, making you denounce the Most High name, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI name. They want to do whatever they can do in their power to make you denounce that name. They might torture you. They might starve you out. They might put you in the lion's den like Daniel. Dang. Right? They want to do whatever they can do. Let's get another precept real quick. Let's get Job chapter 14 and verse 5. Right? And it reads, right, this Job chapter 14 and verse 5. And it reads, "Seeing his days are determined, the number of his months are with thee. Thou hast appointed his bounds that he cannot pass." Right? His days are determined, man. It's numbered, right? You cannot. The Most High is not gonna let him go one day over his determined number, right? When that clock hits 0, all hell breaking loose, man. All hell breaking loose. He will snatch that kingdom away from him, and the saints shall possess the kingdom forever, even forever and ever, like Daniel said.
That's right. That's right. That's right. What? Oh yeah, Khan. So, and Esau's days are numbered, bro. That's why he's going at us, right? That's why Satan's going at us, right? Hey, Esau knows that he has but a short time, right? So he's gonna be, hey, just like how Israel is going hard, right, in righteousness, Esau, he's going hard in damn folly and wickedness, right? He's making sure he has all his wicked devices set up, right? He's let me get this in Isaiah, right? Isaiah, right, chapter 54 and verse 16. Behold, I have created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire, and that bringeth forth an instrument for his work, and I have created the waster to destroy. Right? So these Edomites, they're creating these weapons through the knowledge on the left hand side, which the Most High allows them to have, right? To what? And Esau, he's going to be using these weapons, right, on Jake too, right? Northern Kingdom, right? On these other nations. Don't think that he's just going to use it on these other nations, not use it in on Jake, right? On Northern Kingdom, right? On the Most High's people. Esau doesn't care, right? And Esau might even come out with lasers, right? Start, you know, like a damn Star Wars, bro. You know, start vaporizing people, right? So we don't know, all right? Because Esau, he's very, pretty saucy with the damn hunting skills, right? We already know he's a hunter, all right? So, exactly. So he's going to come in like a flood, and he's going to start kicking down doors, right? We all seen the movies, kicking down doors, yelling at people, right? Just because he got hit his little gun, right? His little gun, right? He's all tough now, right? Got his little weapons, right? So, God, he's going to start flexing his power, but guess what? His power is going to run out, all right? And we're going to be back on top. BAHASHAM, right?
Calm, what the brother said, man. They're gonna come in like a flood, and when they come in like a flood, you're gonna have Israelites in the wilderness and everything like that, being as pilgrims on the earth, right? So this is second Esdras chapter 16 and verse 40. Oh my people, hear my word. Make you ready to the battle, and in those evils, be even as pilgrims upon the earth. And what's the evil? These evil days are coming, where you got to be like pilgrims on the earth, because you're not gonna accept the ways of this world. And one of the ways of this world is getting that chip, right? And that chip, that's the only way we're gonna be able to buy and sell and things of that nature, right? And they're gonna try to on another level. If they see you, because again, you're gonna have all these nations hating you. If they see you with fringes on, a beard on your face, they might even shoot you on the spot. They might deliver you up. They're gonna come busting in your house. They're gonna kick you out. There's different levels to this thing. So, hey, you're gonna be like pilgrims on the earth. You're gonna be running away, right? You're gonna be in the woods and things of that nature. That's like the Lord. Khan.
That's right. That's right. That's right. Let me get that in John too. John chapter 16 and verse 1. Right? It says, "These things have I spoken unto you, that ye should not be offended." Right? And they shall put you out of the synagogues. Meaning that what? They're going to throw us out, right? We might even have, brothers might even be in a building, right? You know how we, some camps, they actually have buildings, right? They might throw those brothers out, throw those sisters out, right? It says, "Yea, the time cometh that whosoever killeth you will think that he doeth God's service." So we're going to be painted like such bad terrorist people that what? People, when we get killed, they're going to rejoice in that, right? They're going to rejoice, like how these, damn fake Edomites and fake heathen nations want to kind of cleave onto Jacob right now, right? They're going to be, they kind of, protesting the Black Lives Matter movement, right? They're kind of, supporting us, right? Hey, in those days, they're going to turn their mind, right? They're going to change their mind, right? These damn black Hebrew Israelites, I can't stand them, right? They're going to put out false propaganda. They're already doing that right now, right? And they're going to kill us, and people are going to rejoice in that. Yeah, get them terrorists, right? So, A, verse 3, and these things will they do unto you because they have not known the Father nor me, right? Meaning that what? They really don't know the Father, right? But that's all right. That's all right, bro. No, because if we get killed, when we die in the Mahashiach Yahushua, we endure to the end, we're the first on the chariots, right? Huh.
And I got a precept on that too. I just thought of this for the spirit. Like the brother said, man, when they kill you, they're gonna think they're doing God's service or something to that effect, right? Because that's exactly what they think they're gonna be doing. Yeah, we killed these terrorists, these hate group and things of that nature, because they don't know the Father, right? So let me get this in the Wisdom of Solomon, Salakia. So this Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 3. Salakia, chapter 3. No, chapter 2, and verse we can start at. Salakia, we can start at 1. Salakia, this Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 3 and verse 1. For the souls of the righteous are in the hand of God, and there shall no torment touch them. In the sight of the unwise, so in the sight of the unwise, which are all these people that don't know about this truth, right? In the sight of the unwise, they seem to die, and their departure is taken for misery. So you're gonna have people when we get shot and everything, they're gonna be like, yeah, that's what he get. That's what he get. That dude was wicked, right? And things of nature, right? Verse 3, and they're going from us to be utter destruction, but they are in peace. See, they think it's all vain. They think we're going to hell and things of that nature, but they don't know we just gain eternal life. You see us getting tortured, getting beheaded, getting shot in the streets. So,
it's like, yeah, I was just like, that's a good precept.
Yeah, you see us getting shot and everything like that. Hey, man, we know what we're doing it for, but they don't know because they don't know the Father, right? Verse 4, for though they be punished in the sight of men, so we're being punished in the sight of men, right? We getting spit on, we getting shot at, we getting beat in front of everybody, tortured again. We getting put to death in front of everybody, right? For though they be punished in the sight of men, yet is their hope full of immortality. Because at the end of the day, we know what we're going to gain. Like I always say, the kingdom, right? We know what we're going to gain. When he comes back with thousands and thousands of chariots, they're gonna be like, dang, how are they getting beamed up? So let me get that too. Let me get that too. Wisdom of Solomon goes forward. So this is on Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5 and verse 2. When they see it, they shall be troubled with fear, and shall be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation, so far beyond all that they look for. And this is the point right here, verse 3. And they, repenting and groaning for anguish of spirit, shall say within themselves, this was he whom we had sometimes in a derision, in a proverb of reproach. So this the dude that we we kind of call him a nigga. We kind of call him hate group. This he who getting beamed up, right? And verse 5, verse 4, we fools accounted his life madness and his end to be without honor. And that's the same way they're gonna be saying, man. We thought he was just a fool for doing this. But this is the point right here, right? This is the point. Verse 5. How is he numbered among the children of God? And his law is among the saints. And that's what they're going to be saying, man. When they see you getting beamed up with your fringes on, right, and everything like that, they're like, how is he numbered among the saints? He was telling me I'm going to get put to death for being white. That's exactly what they're going to be doing, right? Because they don't know the Father, man. A lot of people are going to be like that, even your own family members, for real.
That's right. And 2 points, right? Like the brother was saying, like he was bringing this out, and if this Christians, if this is talking about you, right, you damn Catholics, Christians, whatever, right? If this is talking about you, what kind of reproach do you face? Like literally, like what reproach do you face? Everybody loves Christians. Like there's no problem. Nobody's putting out false propaganda, right? Nobody's calling you Christians hate groups, right? There's literally no persecution that you all face. In fact, you all are getting paid. You damn pastors getting paid, right? Siding with Esau, right? You're getting funded, right, by the people, right? So there's literally no persecution that you face. It can't be talking about, it can't be talking about Christianity, right? Those that are in Christianity. It's talking about the truth, bro. All right, those that's in the truth. Right, because we always face reproach and persecution almost on a daily. Right, they call us fools. Didn't Paul say in Second Corinthians, or it might that we are fools for Christ's sake. Right, I think that's Second Corinthians 4. Right, and then another point. This is Second Ezra chapter 16 and verse I'm gonna start at 72. For they shall waste and take away their goods and cast them out of their houses. See that? When we cast out our houses. Some brothers will, some brothers will not. I mean, gone, right? And where are we going to be taken? To the FEMA camps, right? Verse 73. Then shall they be known who are my chosen, right? And they shall be tried as the gold in the fire, and then shall be known who are my chosen. People in that day are finally going to realize who the true children of the Most High are, right? Who Jacob is, who Israel is, right? The so-called blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans. All right. So Con.
This is what I always ask people when they say I'm, teaching hate and everything like that, or when I speak to my family or something like that, or to my friends. Who's more likely to get delivered up and get put to death?
Right.
Joel owns what's his name? Osteen. I don't know his name. What's his name?
Joel Osteen.
Yeah, him.
Yeah, Con.
Or the servants of YAHAWASHI. Just think about it. He's the one over here talking about God loves everybody. Why would he get put to death?
Yeah, why would he put to death?
Exactly. Why would he get put to death? The reason why we're gonna get put to death because we speaking truth in this dark behind world, man. Right? Are you looking for that verse or whatever that you said?
Yeah, this is 1 Corinthians 4:10 real quick, right? It says, "We are fools for Christ's sake, but ye are wise. We are weak, but ye are strong. Ye are honorable, but we are despised." And no Christian is despised. Don't give me that BS, bro. If the Christianity is really the truth, who's despised? Who is despised? Right? Really, who is despised? Right? So this can't be talking about Christianity, bro. Right? But yeah, right. So we're the ones that's weak, right? We laboring, right? Brothers and sisters, they don't get enough sleep, right? Oh, you're honorable, right? Or it's like we are despised, right? Because we actually rebuke our people, right? They hate him that what? Rebuke it at the gate. That's Amos chapter 5, verse 18, right? You Christians, you don't rebuke anybody, bro. You really don't rebuke anybody, right? And it says, we are fools for Christ's sake. So we're called fools. We look like fools, bro. You know? So young Jake, some damn so-called blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans standing on a damn corner, right? Then dingle dangles, right? Shouting, right? Hey, people look at us like fools, right? So yeah, come on.
And the thing they try to do, man, they be trying to punk you. They be trying to punk you and make it seem like you're because I don't know how to explain it, bro, but they be trying to punk you. That's all I'm gonna say, man. But at the end of the day, they would try to make you look like a fool out there, and we're already looking like a so-called fool in front of them. We're reading from the Bible, right? We got fringes on, we got head wraps on, right? We're speaking to nobody sometimes, right? We sound like a fool out there, but the Lord knows. Hey, we're wise in the Most High eyes. The Most High know what we're doing. At the end of the day, that's who we care about. That's what we care about. We don't care about these people, what they think about us. Right? Again, I want to touch back on this Joel Osteen, whatever his name is, because again, I just want to touch back on this. I can't understand this. So this is John chapter 15, and verse 18. If the world hates you, you know that it hated me before it hated you. Is people hating TD Jakes, Joel Osteen? Are they being hated right now? What about the brother Naquan? Is he being hated? Yes, brother Naquan is being hated. What about TD Jakes? No, he's not being hated, man.
Mm-hmm.
Right? It's a difference, man. How come a lot of people all of a sudden they love Jesus, right? They love Jesus, but let's keep going.
Right.
right? If the world hates you, you know that it hated me before it hated you. A lot of people hated Yahushua, but all of a sudden everybody loves Jesus, right? You got to discern between the thing between these two. Jesus, let's
Uh,
just be straight up. Jesus is Satan, man. Jesus is Satan. Period. If you tell someone the truth, Yahushua is the Son of Man, and he's gonna come back and deliver the Israelites and kill off the other nation, people will hate you. They're not preaching that in church. The only thing they're preaching, John 3:16. Next thing you know, you got a whole band coming out, gonna do with the drumsticks, talking about going crazy with the drums, man. It's
uh,
off, man. Right? And that's just one thing I just want to touch on, man. That's one thing. So a lot of people are gonna hate you in these last days, man. A lot of people are gonna hate you, right? Because they're gonna push out this false propaganda the same way they did to the Al Qaeda, Arabians, Ishmael. The same thing they did to Ishmael, right? That's the same thing
um,
they did to Ishmael. 9/11 and everything like that. Come on.
right. Right. Come on. And yeah, we're gonna be the scapegoats, right? We have to be prepared for that too. The scapegoats. You know, fall. Let me get this in Cyber real quick, right? It's Cyber, right? Cyber chapter 26, right? Cyber chapter 26 and verse, right? I think it may be, Cyber 26 and verse 5. There be three things that mine heart feareth, and for the fourth I was so afraid, the slander of a city, right? The gathering together of an unruly multitude. So unruly multitude is going to be gathered together in that day too, right? Mobs of people, right? The unruly, right? Ungodly people, right? Where are them damn Hebrew Israelites? Black Hebrew Israelites, BHI. Where are them black Jews at? Right? Where are them damn terrorists at? They're gonna come in like a mob, bro. Right? That might even happen too. It says, and a false accusation, right? All these are worse than death. So we're gonna be going through things that's worse than death, right? The Lord said that in Revelation, that in those days men shall seek death but shall not find it. Right? That's going into torturings, these damn gases, right? That basically just makes you suffer, right? But doesn't really allow you to die, right? And that's also going through what? These three things, right? The slander of a city, gathering together of an unruly multitude, and a false accusation. A lot of that is going to be happening, right? False accusations, right? What is that? Basically, what people falsely accusing us of doing stuff, right? So, we're going to be lied on, right? Just like how we've been lied on for thousands of years, right? So, Con, you got it.
Come on, I want to touch on what you were saying too, man. Look, because the thing that you're gonna push up this false propaganda and everything like that to make it seem like the black Hebrew Israelites are bad people. That's why they put black in the front of Hebrew Israelites because
Yeah.
they put a bad name on the word black, right? So
Hmm.
they're trying to make it seem like we're bad people. The same thing they did to what's it called the Ishmaelites and everything, the Arabians, right? Al Qaeda and everything like that. First, they set up this propaganda, this false flag, by having a 9/11 attack, right? And they blamed it on a terrorist group. Like they called Al Qaeda a terrorist group and everything like that, just so they can go into their country and try to steal their country.
Con.
Because Esau, he's never in his own country. He's always in somebody's place, right? But that's the only reason why they did that, to get the oil from there and to take over that country, to set up democracy, right? So how much more the Israelites, God chosen people? Because if we wake up, if everybody wakes up and everything come together, his whole kingdom is done for. So how much more us, right? So this Second Corinthians chapter 2 and verse 11. Lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. So we're not ignorant of his devices. You're gonna see people because at the protest, it was this dude doing an interview, and the camera guy kind of zoomed in past the dude, ear right here. He kind of zoomed in the background. It was two Israelite dudes, with the fringes, he had a pop girded whatever around his stomach and everything like that, a headband on. And guess what he was doing, King? Guess what he was doing? Smoking a blunt. They was smoking a
Con, I
blunt,
saw that. Con.
right? And that's off, man. And those are coons too. They sold out. Ain't no way in hell, Slaughter. Ain't no way that you interviewing somebody, all of a sudden two Israelite dudes in the back, kind of joking with each other, kind of looking at the blunt like this and smoking it. No Bible in their hand or anything. And you kind of zooming past the interview. He's still talking. You kind of zoom past the interview, the person that's being interviewed and everything, and putting the camera on them. These devils are tricky, man. I'm telling you, these devils are tricky. They tricky, man. I'm telling you. They tricky.
Con. Right, they trick. Hey, yeah, they've been using this propaganda for ever since they came out with the media, man.
Mm-hmm.
And let me bring this out about the media word actually. Right, this is true actually, because media, right? I'm just putting in definition. So, right, mass communication, right? Let's see here, right? Media. I want to go to the etymology, right? Let's see what it is, right? All right, so they're kind of. It's a lot here. Let me try to find this. Right. Yeah. So let me see. Basically, let me see. Right. Media. Greek. Yeah, goddess. Right. Basically, media, the actual etymology goes back to a certain Greek goddess, right, so-called. It says media, right, same thing in Greek mythology, an enchantress who helped Jason. All right, let me get to the point. Basically, it says she was of divine descent, right? Let me just tune this in, right? Divine descent and had the gift of prophecy, right? So basically, she had the ability to basically divine, like she had divination, right? So she could basically use magic. So that's what media is, right? All it is just magic. So that's how that's how they get you, bro. You watch a commercial, now all of a sudden you want that, right? You watch an in and out commercial or whatever, right? You watch a McDonald's commercial. Now you trying to get some McDonald's, right? Kind of or whatever. You
on
might watch.
DoorDash, scrolling up and everything, looking for McDonald's.
Yeah, and that damn social media too. You'd be like, I'm gonna just check Instagram real quick. Hey, next thing you know, it's been 2 hours already, bro.
Right.
That's how they get you, and you just watching cat videos, whatever, whatever. So yeah, that's not like the brother said, he's tricky, and we gotta watch out for that, right? And this is Genesis, right? Chapter. Well, actually, let me get this about Nimrod, right? Because I was about to get that about Esau, right? But I'm gonna get Nimrod, right? Well, yeah, I was just kidding. This is Genesis chapter 10, verse 8. And Cush begat Nimrod, and he began to be a mighty one in the earth. And he was a mighty hunter before the Lord, wherefore it is said, even as Nimrod the mighty hunter before the Lord. So Nimrod, right, has the same spirit as Esau, or basically Esau has the same spirit as Nimrod. Esau is a so-called white race today, right? So what does that mean? Basically, Nimrod was a mighty hunter. A mighty hunter. He was hunting down nations and using divination, magic, right? On the left-hand side, we already know that was going on. He created a city called Babel, meaning confusion, So all manner of folly and wickedness was going on in that place. And you know very well that magic was being used on the left hand side, right? Because we read about magicians, astrologers, the Chaldees, right? In the book of Daniel, in various books, talking about what the wise men of certain nations, right? But the Lord, He's going to destroy the wise men of Esau, according to Obadiah, all right? So,
God. I just want to touch one more thing on this topic. While we're still on the topic, I just want to touch one more thing
yeah,
about how Esau's tricky. But if one thing you can give credit to Esau for doing is being so smooth with his words, man. Being so
right.
smooth, he would trick you to do something, man. Now we know this isn't Esau, but Esau's compared to a serpent, right? So this Genesis chapter 3 and verse 1. Now the
Mm-hmm.
serpent was more subtle than any beast of the field which the Lord God had made. And what's the trait of a serpent? Being wise, right? Being wise. Now let's get Psalms chapter 55 and verse 21 real quick. So Psalms 55 and verse 21, and it reads, "The words of his mouth were smoother than butter," right? But war was in his heart. So he's speaking to you, oh my God, your shoes look nice, blah, blah, blah. Then he threw a lot of truth in there. Then he threw like one lie in there to mix it up with the truth, right? He's smart with it. Like he threw a lot of he compliments you. What's it called, man? A sandwich. It's like a sandwich, a truth sandwich, right? I don't know, something like that, man. Something wickedness, bro. It's some wickedness thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
His words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords, right? So Esau, he'll come up to you saying, this he'll give you a job, this can benefit you, blah blah blah. But in the long run, you got effed over, man. You got no money. He kind of took all your money, right? You in debt. You got to work for him for the rest of your life now, and that's college. That's exactly what college is, right? That's how they get you. They get you with these parties, football, all these sports and everything. That's how they get. That's words smoother than butter. If you have ears to hear, you come in, you get the education. Next thing you know, you leave college, no money. You grow on gray hairs because you're stressed out. You still living with your parents because you have no place to go because you have no money, right? All hell kind of breaking loose in your bank account, kind of in the negatives because you in debt, right? It just all hell breaking loose, man.
That's right. Right. And yeah, let me read that out too, real quick. Because we know that this place, well, first and foremost, is going to get destroyed by Yahweh, BAHASHAM, YAHWASHI. All right, the servants of the Most High. We can't wait for that day. All right, we just trying to get out of here, bro. Like for real. But this is and we know that this place is a whore, right? It's likened unto a whore. So this is Ecclesiastes, and the Most High doesn't have respect for a whore, right? We servants of the Lord too. We don't have respect for a whore, right? And this is Ecclesiastes chapter 7 to verse 6. It says, "And I find more bitter than death the woman," right? Now we know that this is talking about an actual woman, but we know that the scriptures are twofold. So it could be talking about also what Babylon the Great, because she's referred to as a whore, right? The woman whose heart is snares and nets. So this place is full of snares and nets, traps everywhere you go, you know? In her hands as bands, whoso pleaseth God shall escape from her. Hey, that's deep, right? If you please the Most High, you're going to get out of here, right? I'm not talking about getting on a plane, okay? I'm not talking about driving up to Canada or driving down to Mexico, right? Or getting on a boat going to damn Jamaica, right? Or the Bahamas. I'm leaving. Hey, I'm going to Cuba. I'm going to Cuba. No, no, brother. All right, that's not going to deliver you. All right. So it says, "Whoso pleases the Most High shall escape from her, but the sinner shall be taken by her." Right. And if you're taken by Babylon, right, you're spotted from the world. Right. You're taken with this world. You're going to be destroyed with this world. Right. So, that's deep. Huh?
Con,
Con.
con. So this Matthew chapter 23 and verse 36. Verily I say unto you, all these things shall come upon this generation. And when you're reading it, it's actually talking about this generation, man. Because if you have ears to hear, if you will learn in its truth, whatever generation was when Yahushua was on the earth, this is the same generation, man. The same generation, right? Verse 37. O Jerusalem, Jerusalem. This is the thing I want to. Yeah, O Jerusalem, Jerusalem, thou that killest the prophets, and stonest them which are sent unto thee. How often would I have gathered thy children together, even as a hen gathereth her chickens under her wings, and you would not, right? Because the main people killing each other are the so-called blacks. We out there prophesying and everything like that. But next thing you know, you have a Jake. He gets offended because he with his woman and she's a Edomite. He gets offended. He kind of pull out a gun and kind of shoot you, or he might get his goons and kind of beat you up. And things you won't get injured in the truth, man. Right? It's mostly Israelites killing the prophets. Just look at the days of old, man. Just read the Bible, and you'll see. Right? Even the Jews put Yahawah to death, right? It be your own people, and that's a real thing. It be your own people.
And man's foe shall be there of his own household, man. Matthew 26 and 36, right? And there's a lot in this, There's a lot of prophecy. We can just be going all night, because there's a lot of prophecy, man. It's Matthew chapter 10 and verse. All right, I'm gonna start at verse 17. Beware of men, for they shall deliver you up to the councils. So we have to beware of men, right? Because we're gonna be delivered up to the councils, right? And they will scourge you in their synagogues, right? And ye shall be brought before governors and kings for my sake, and for a testimony against them and the Gentiles, right? So we're going to be delivered up like our forefathers were, the 12 apostles, right? Yahawah himself, right? And some brothers might even get whipped, man. Because Esau doesn't care, right? Esau's waiting to whip us, bro. He's that same spirit back on the earth from the damn 1800s, right? This damn 1700s, when we were getting our backs whipped in, bro. 1600s, even 1400s, 1500s for Northern Kingdom, right? We still, Northern Kingdom still got whipped then, right? Don't think there was no whipping, right? There was some, Verse 19. But when they deliver you up, take no thought how or what ye shall speak, for it shall be given you in that same hour what ye shall speak. For it is not ye that speak, but the Spirit of your Father which speaketh in you, right? And the brother and Jake's have to remember that too, right? Anyone that's watching this video, we have to remember that when we get delivered up, we don't be like, all right, I'm gonna say this. Remember this from Malcolm X speech. Yeah, I might say that too. No, bro. No, don't be writing out. You're in prison. All right, I'm gonna be writing out. Yeah. Cool. Oh, yeah,
Should I get 1 Corinthians chapter 3 and verse 16? That's gonna go hard. Yeah, I'm gonna get that.
Yeah, come on. No, Jake, don't premeditate, bro. That's what the Lord said, bro. Come on, verse 21. And the brother shall deliver up the brother to death. Right? Meaning that what? Hey, could be talking about your actual brother, and it could be talking about, the brother that you thought was gonna make it with you, right? And also who? These damn coons. Because nevertheless, they're still our brother, right? These damn coons, nevertheless, they're still our brother, but they still want to side with Esau, right? And the father, the child, and the children shall rise up against their parents and cause them to be put to death. And ye shall be hated of all men for my name's sake. But he that endureth to the end shall be saved, right? And there's still some more on that too, So again, we're going to be hated of all men for Yahawah, right? Those of us that's in the truth. And how can you be hated of all men for Jesus' sake? Isn't everyone loves sweet Jesus,
exactly.
First of all. Second of all, isn't he all for love? So how are you going to get killed if you love people? You're all about love. So how you gonna get killed, right? And even Yahawashi himself, he wasn't all about love. He called a damn heathen woman a dog. Is that love? that that is that love, right? He was whipping people, right?
But yeah, he tore that church up, man.
Gone. Yeah, that temple, yeah, he went in, bam, bam, right, right. So yeah, he was all about love for his people, right? But you know, hey, these Christians, they're about love for all nations. They put Esau before their own nation too. Like that's crazy, right? But Khan, you got it.
This is my second and last precept.
Um,
This is Daniel chapter 12 and verse 10. Many shall be purified and made white. And what does it mean to make yourself white? Let's get a precept real quick, just to get the clarification on this. All right. So this is Salakia. Kind of lost my train of thought. Let's get Ecclesiastes chapter 9 verse 8. I think it's the one I want. This Ecclesiastes chapter 9 verse 8. Let thy garments be always white, and let thy head like no ointment. And again, those garments is these commandments, man. You being in this truth, you not being you repenting all the time and everything like that. Because the Lord gonna come as a thief, man. You want to be made white. Referring to Revelation chapter 16 verse 15, he's gonna come as a thief, right? You gotta understand that, right? You're gonna be caught. You're gonna be caught out there. Caught out there, butt naked, man. If you're not repenting, right? So this and for garment precepts, you can get Genesis chapter 35 verse 2. You can get Isaiah chapter 52 verse 1, I believe.
right.
You can get First Thessalonians chapter 5. There's a lot of garment precepts, man.
Khan.
Isaiah, it's like Revelation chapter 16 verse 15. There's a lot of garment precepts. But let's keep going.
Mm-hmm.
So this Daniel chapter 12. Salaki, what you say?
Oh, yes, like in another precept, Iraq chapter 27, verse 8, right? Khan.
So this Daniel chapter 12 and verse 10. Many shall be purified and made white and tried. So during your trouble, you're gonna be tried, man. That's gonna be the hottest time in that furnace, right? Because through your tribulations right now is nothing. It's like a quiz getting built up to the test. It's just a quiz. But when all hell breaks loose, when Jacob trouble actually come, you right in front of that guillotine, you seeing people head getting chopped off. You're next in line, right? You get put up in the guillotine, and that's the hour of temptation. Are you gonna flee, or are you gonna get put to death for the Most High, man? Right? Lord willing, you get put to death for the Most High. Yahawah BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, right? But the wicked shall do wickedly, right? Wickedly. So the wicked, they're gonna be wicked as always, man. They're gonna be wicked. Before all hell broke loose, they was killing each other for no reason. When all hell break loose, they're gonna be killing each other for no reason. They're gonna be doing wicked stuff all the time. And none of the wicked shall understand. So when all hell breaking loose, you have all these things going on. You have Esau running up in your house, with guns and everything at night. They don't know what's going on, right? You got Jake hiding under the bed, right? The dog kind of in the bathroom, right, trying to close the door, but his paws and everything. All hell breaking loose, man, right? But the wise shall understand. And who's the wise? The people who's keeping the commandments, the people who's repenting, pushing out this truth, loving thy neighbor, loving thy brother, right? Verse 11. And from the time, Slaughter, can you get Matthew chapter 24 about the abomination that make you desolate real quick?
Khan.
Babakasha.
Yeah, Khan. This is Matthew chapter 24, verse 15. It says, when ye therefore shall see the abomination of desolation spoken of by Daniel the prophet stand in the holy place, whoso readeth, let him understand.
Khan, and this is what it's talking about. Daniel chapter 12 and verse 11. And
Uh,
from the time that the daily sacrifice shall be taken, the daily sacrifice is worshiping Yahawashi, right? Yahawah BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI shall be taken away. Shalak, what you say?
no, I said Khan.
Oh, so so when they're going to take that away, right? They're going to set up martial law. They're going to ban the Bibles. If they catch you with the Bible or anything like that, with the fringes on, they're going to put you to death. They're going to take away this daily sacrifice. Today or tonight, You can worship the Most High however you want to, right? But the next day you're gonna wake up, you can't worship him no more. You can't wear fringes no more, right? You can They're gonna ban the Bible, right? And they catch you with the Bible, they're gonna put you to death. If they catch you keeping the Sabbath, they're gonna put you to death, right? And it's up to you if you're gonna still worship the Lord or not in those days, right? And the abomination that maketh desolate set up, right? And that abomination that maketh desolate, there's three, right? So there's three, but this is gonna be the third and final one. They're gonna have martial law going on, right? They're gonna have war against Israel. That's basically what it is. War against Israelites keeping the commandment. That's basically at a low in layman's terms, that's basically what it is, right? There shall be 1,290 days, right? So that's what at the end of the day, that's what it is. Right.
Right. That's right. That's right. That's right. And yeah, man. You know, and all that's coming on the earth, right? You got the seven. You got the. Well, we're focusing on the fifth seal, right? We got all these other seals, right? Like the sixth seal and the seventh seal opens up the seven trumpets. You got the seven trumpets, right? Basically, that's going into the nukes hitting the earth too, right? And Jacob trouble, bro. You know, it's going to be really bad because this is Second Peter, right? Also, I gave him this precept, but not Second Peter, right? Let me see. No, not Second Peter, right? First Peter, chapter 4 and verse 16. Yet if any man suffer as a Christian, and how are Christians like actual Christians, right? Like I mean, these Christians that call themselves Christians, how are they suffering? It says it. Yet if any man suffer as a Christian, how are you suffering? You're in the damn church just sitting down for like what 4 hours on Sunday on the wrong day. You got the damn air conditioning blowing, right? Or if it's in the south, you got the damn fans, right? And pastor here got the damn towel, right, on his face, and he just, just out. He's just saying whatever, right? He's just saying whatever comes to mind, right? Uh, uh, and they just go back home, or they just have a Sunday cookout, right? So are you really suffering, right? Are you really suffering as a Christian, right? But it says, let him not be ashamed, but let him glory God on this behalf, for the time is come that judgment must begin at the first. Oh, sorry, that judgment must begin at the house of the Most High. So judgment must first begin at the house of the Most High. So that's why we're saying that in Revelation chapter 6, the fifth seal, that's the time of Jacob's trouble, right? It coincides because the persecution is going to happen. Esau is going to make a full-on war on us, right? He's not going to be sparing us, right? He's going to be decapitating us, right? It's going to start at the house of God. The house of God is none other but the Israelites. And if it first began at us, see, that's a cut, right? I mean, not a cut, but that's how we know that's talking about the Israelites. It says, "What shall the end be of them that obey not the gospel of the Most High? For if the righteous scarcely be saved, where shall the ungodly and the sinner appear? Wherefore let them that suffer according to the will of the Most High commit the keeping of their souls to Him and well doing as unto a faithful Creator." Right? BAHASHAM, right? So if the righteous scarcely be saved, right? The righteous are barely going to get out of here, right? That's how much destruction is coming on the earth and in Babylon, right? Khan, you got it?
Con, you gonna be scarcely saved, what the brother said, man. You can have these nukes dropping. You see the nuke, you see the clouds and everything. You see the blast coming towards you. Next thing you know, you're getting beamed up. You thought you wasn't gonna make it, but next thing you know, you're getting beamed up. And I had a dream about that, dude. King Shalakia. I had a dream about that. I had a dream. I was at this FEMA camp, like for real. This one, like a few months ago. I had a dream that I was at this FEMA camp at Walmart. Right, I remember I was at Walmart. I was just looking, at the Walmart sign. Then I turned around,
Con.
boom, this big cloud and everything like that. Right, it was coming towards me. I'm telling you, the angel, man. I saw this angel. It was running so fast towards me. Like it was like it ran so fast. It was like skipping back and forth. Like it was. I'm like, dang, that man was fast, man. Then I just got, I don't know, it just went inside of me. Then the dream just changed. I don't know. And I was like bold for some reason. I don't know. That dream was kind of weird, but I always remember that dream, man. But that angel was flying. So this is my last one. This is my closing precept. This Philippians chapter 1 verse 29. For unto you is given in the behalf of Christ, not only to believe on him, but also to suffer for his sake. So at the end of the day, we're trying to tell you, Jacob's trouble, you're going to have to suffer in that day, man. You're going to be made white or you're going to be wicked, right? Which one you got to pick on a carnal level, because at the end of the day, on a deep spiritual level, we know the Most High, he chooses you, right? So that's my.
Yeah, and right, let me just bring this out in Matthew chapter 24, right? Close and precept. It's Matthew chapter 24 and verse. Yeah, I'm gonna just. Damn, it's all good, but yeah, I'm gonna just like skip around. So this is Matthew chapter 24, verse 6. And ye shall hear wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. So we're already hearing of rumors of wars, right? Wars are happening, right? World War III is going to happen. The war against the saints is going to happen, right? Hey, war on these other nations is going to happen, right? After, so many wars are going to happen, right? All these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet, right? For a nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, right? So nation shall rise up against nation, right? That's been happening for a while, but that's going to happen in the big way, right? And kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places, right? Hey, Jake, you ready for the damn famine, bro? You ready for the damn pestilence, right? You ready for the damn earthquakes in diverse places? You know? You know? Verse 8, all these are the beginning of the sorrows. So that's just the beginning of the sorrows, right? This is I'm gonna skip down to verse 13. But he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved. Again, bro, we must endure to the end. And we must do it through the Most High, right? We also have to say Lord's will. Lord willing, we endure to the end, right? Con. And I'm gonna skip down to verse 29, right? Con. Right, it says immediately after the tribulation of those days. So immediately after tribulation, right? What? Shall the sun be darkened, and the moon shall not give her light, and the stars shall fall from heaven, and the powers of the heaven shall be shaken. Damn, nukes hitting the earth, right? And then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man in heaven, and then all the tribes of the earth mourn, and they shall see the Son of Man coming in the clouds of heaven, power and great glory. Right? It says, and he shall send his angels with a great sound of a trumpet, and they shall gather together his elect from the four winds, and from one end of heaven to the other. And that's why in Jeremiah chapter 30, it says in verse 6, it talks about, or 6 through 7, it says, alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. So a lot of Jakes going to be dying in that day, right? But Jake's in Northern Kingdom, but hey, he shall be saved out of it. So there's going to be Israelites being saved out of that, right? And that's what we're reading about. We're reading about it right now. The Most High, through his Son, is going to gather up his elect from the four winds of the earth, right? And then skipping down to verse 42, watch ye therefore, for ye know not what hour your Lord doth come. We don't know when Yahushua is coming. But know this, that if the good man of the house had known and what watched the thief would come, he would have watched and would not have suffered his house to be broken up. Therefore be ye also ready, for in such an hour as ye think not, the Son of Man cometh. See that? So Bahashem, man, we always have to be watching too, right? Calm.
Come on. Slug, I got one more precept. Salakia.
Calm.
Because you touched on one thing, saying, the people, Israelites, going to be delivered throughout the four winds of the earth.
Calm.
This Joel chapter 2 and verse 32. And it shall come to pass that whosoever shall call on the name of the Lord shall be delivered. For in Mount Zion and in Jerusalem shall be deliverance, as the Lord hath said, and in the remnant whom the Lord shall call. Right? I think that's another precept to cut John 3:16, by the way. But yeah.
Calm. That's right. That's right. Oh, praises to the Most High, man. Oh, praises to the Most High. Right. So, Khan, if you got anything else, right? Khan. All right, Khan. So, with that, right? I'd like to give all honor and glory and praise unto Yahawah, BAHASHAM, Yahushua. Like say, Shalom, stay diligent, right?